How's it, everybody? Long time no see. For me, I just had eye surgery. And for those of you that follow me, I appreciate your patience. Um, I haven't been able to see in 2 years, and that is not an exaggeration. I haven't been able to do so many things. One of the things is paint. I haven't been able to paint in 2 years because I haven't been able to see. Um, and you know how they say when you lose one sense, that the others become more acute? That's absolutely true. Um, in my case, my intuition has just expanded, just crazy, just really crazy. Not crazy, but way quicker than I ever expected it to. Um, I wanted it to, um, but all these years taking these little baby steps, and then all of a sudden, just all kinds of shit. Um, so, do you guys know what clairaudience is? Clairaudience is, you can Google it. No, I think probably a lot of you know what this is. But it's the ability to hear without it being spoken. Um, and there's good and bad things about that. Everything's got negative and positive sides to it. The negative side is this is the thing. You don't have to be in the presence of somebody when they do it, when they speak badly about you, or speak to other people, and untruths are told. It's not fun. And really, what are you going to do with it when you know this? Are you going to call that person up and say, I heard you? They're going to, well, of course, they'll deny it for one. But it leaves it leaves the relationship permanently changed because you can't unhear what you heard. And so it's like being a fly on the wall. And I know a lot of people would have even said, I wish I was a fly on the wall. I would have loved to have heard what they said. No, you don't. You don't. Well, maybe you do. Some people would. It's not helpful. Well, maybe, I guess, if anything, it reinforces what you knew, what the vibe was to begin with. But it doesn't benefit you. So the good side of it, though, is you pick up, I do. I pick up spirits, and I always have. But it's gotten way more during this time that I haven't been able to see. And this happened about 3 weeks ago. And I was contacted by a family member. And she contacted me for something else. And during this course of this communication, which was text messaging, she brought up Uncle Mel. And Uncle Mel is my husband's uncle. And she said, have you seen him? And he lives here in Hilo, but we haven't seen him in about at least 4 years. So she said that he was, really ill and not doing well. And so she filled me in what she knew. And then when we hung up the phone, Uncle Mel's daughter called me and she told me all about everything that was happening. And it was a really difficult time, has been, for them and for Uncle Mel. So she told me about it. The next day, I get a text message from her mother, who was Uncle Mel's ex-wife, but they were close all along. They were like this. And she had been there all along taking care of him. And so she had texted me, Uncle Mel passed away this morning. And that was the very next day. And so I called her, and she was telling me what happened to him. And she was sort of doing this, like running through this list in her head while she was talking to me on the phone. And she said, okay, this is what happened, and we did this, and we called them. I called somebody else, and they're coming to get all this equipment, and then I'm going to do this. And so she's going through this list, and she says, I can't clean this. I can't bring myself to do it. I'm going to hire somebody to clean, and then I don't hear her. I hear Uncle Mel, a man's voice, clear as a bell, says, sage it. And I said, whoa, wait. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you. I said, did you hear that man? And she said, what man? And I said, on the phone. Did you hear that man on the phone? And she said, no. And I said, it was clear as a bell. It was like I was talking to him on the phone. And I didn't hear her at all. It just went like mute on her side. Her voice was just gone. And this man said, sage it. And I said, is there a man by you? And she said, no, I'm here all by myself. And I said, and you didn't hear that? And she said, no. She said, what did he say? And I kind of didn't want to tell her what I heard, because I don't know why, but I said, he said, sage it. And she said, oh, she said, that's what I said. And I said, no. You said, clean it, and then he said, sage it. And she said, no, I said, sage it. But I didn't hear her. I only heard him. And I told her, I said, he's on the phone with us. Uncle Mel is on the phone call with us. And so she goes on to tell me. So she was saying it, but I didn't hear her. I heard him. And she was telling me that, and I asked her, I said, did Uncle Mel believe in this? Did he believe in, spirit stuff and contact and stuff like that? And she said, if he did, he never spoke about it. But he was very quiet. He was a quiet man as far as, lots of things. But that was not anything that he never spoke to me about that, and apparently never spoke to his wife about it. But it was definitely him. And so that's the good part about having clairaudience, is even if it's just a word or two or a sentence or a anything, if you can hear it, then you're able to share it with the family. And maybe just a little, one or two words helps them. That's the good part of it. And you know what? I think everybody has it. I really do think everybody has it. But I think the problem is that we get so caught up in our own brains that we run stuff through our heads, instead of like just trying to clear it and just sit and let whatever needs to come to you and get out of your own way. I think everybody can do it. And a lot of people do meditation, to do that. I don't do that. Never been one to meditate. But I think in that case, clairaudience, it's a good thing, So, but you don't need it. All you got to do is pay attention to the vibe. What are you getting in your na'au? What are you getting in your gut? Trust it. So, I'm really glad to be back. Thanks for watching, everybody. Nice to see you through the computer. Aloha.